Welcome one and all to the Lackney County, Michigan for today's Budweiser Cup Series event from the 2 Mile Michigan International Speedway. We're closing in on the Season 7 championship, but today it shall be the niche Michigan 400. Whilst qualifying is ongoing, take a look at the point standings. Two drivers realistically eligible. Hector Garcia has been on a roll rate lately. That or Laura Chinora has just been in the dumps in terms of the bad luck that has come her way. She sits 32 points behind Garcia. She needs to pretty much lock in these final 3 races here to have any hope of winning this championship. Chikushi Nome 85 points behind. He is still mathematically eligible, but honestly, I don't see it happening. Blood Fisher, he is not here. 4th place. First driver out of the championship hunt. Then Landau, Skylar Den. Gregory, Friesen Rodriguez, Cooper Wall, and Kirsten Bell. All but one are not present for tonight. So happy hour has actually begun. Got a good field upon us here. It is Dragons who wins pole position, 36.891. Then is William Gregory joining him on the front row. That's going to be a spotter's nightmare if I've ever seen one. Both of them running black and red cars. Noah Traynor and Jamie McKinney in row 2. Joseph Lanny Pavlon, we haven't seen him in a good while. Then is Spantis Wells making his league debut in row 3. Hector Garcia and Chikushi Nome in row 4 with Ace Racer and Salvador Martinez also returning from the depths of inactivity, lining up in 9th and 10th. And those are your 10 cars slated to take the green flag for today's event. And like I mentioned with the 18, just hasn't been at her best lately, just numerous amounts of bad luck. But if I do recall, she was one of the drivers who were looking very well in last season's event at this track. So if there's any hope for her to pick up her footing, it has to be tonight. And also got McKinney who looked very strong at Watkins Glen last Friday, but just self-spun and just went downhill from there for the number 33. So what looked like a potential podium, it turned sour. So hopefully McKinney here has some speed in the number 33 carry forth into the race. Mattis Wells making his league debut. Recognize him for BPNR. He's usually the driver of the number 20 Lexus over there. If there's any red herring for Wells tonight, is that, at least according to Hector Garcia, in an earlier event on today's July 3rd, is that his Wi-Fi has been spotty, so we gotta watch out for the number 5 here. Got 2 minutes left in happy hour. Maybe go green flag racing quite soon. Again, it is 32 points. That separates the top 2 in points. Hector Garcia having the edge over Traynor. And it's still could realistically be made up in terms of the drivers we have and the points distribution that they utilize here, but for Traynor's case, she's gotta win. Like, the difference just for first and second is 10 points. That's cutting down the gap in 1/3 almost. So that is pretty much our only hope of making up any kind of momentum. It's just that Traynor needs to win, and for Garcia to probably experience the pain that she's been having to endure as of recent. Make sure everything on my end is ready to go. And here we are. Command has been given already. And yeah, you kind of already alluded to it, but just Spider's Nightmare. There is a little bit more red on the 78 machine compared to the 12. You shall. We'll see who edges out in front here. It's going to be 50 laps for today. We Cup Physics 2x rare, so we're seeing at least one pit stop. And points in the return at 4 laps to go. So as the base car heads in, the season's coming to a near close here. The championship on the horizon, and we are on the way from Michigan. Man, that inside did not get going. That leaves the 78 very vulnerable on the inside, but no less, he still gets a great jump and edges out to lead out of turn 2. William Gregory remains second, but you know, this trainer got a lot of speed out of the corner from that top side. She'll take second. You do get at least 2 points. You do get 1 bonus point for leading a lap in the race, and that's what the 18 is trying to take advantage of. It's going to be nearly dead even at the line on the opening lap here, but she falls just short of leading this lap. It's going to be a train currently, as Trainor didn't get a good run up this time out of 2. Be Gregory, who looks outside of the 18 place defense on the shorter way around the circuit, and she'll be able to defend second place. So Trainor up to second. Garcia back here in 8th place. Not the end of the world. It's only lap 3 now. But I've seen him able to work his way up methodically with a small field of 10 cars at very minimum. Maximum rather. It's very easy to just say, hey, I'd rather not qualify too well and just sit back here and save yourself. It's just a lot of track position that really plays a factor in bigger field caps, but 3 wide across the line. That'll be still the 78 leading that lap, but he gets swamped by Trainor and Gregory. And the 78, he was leading at the line, but now is boxed in down this back straightaway. But he gets clear of the 12 of Gregory, so he'll slot into second. Trainor looking to lead her first lap of the night. McKinney also driven up here as well. Fourth place, caught the battle amongst these 3. And again, 3 wide through the middle goes Dragons, but not Gregory rather, sorry. Again, Spider's Nightmare. He was able to get by Dragons for second, but not get the lead from Trainor. In fact, Dragons has slipped back to 4th. McKinney up to 3rd. And Mantis Bell's just behind him, holding firm in 5th. Not really much of stragglers per se, but Martinez just starting to fade back in the number 199. Now, honestly, I thought this was one of those shitpost cars, but honestly, when you really look into it, it's a Halo 3 Mount Dew livery. It actually cooks and making crash. I guess I can't look at schemes now. That's great. Do apologize. I'll get us back in the running shortly. Whenever my stuff wants to respond. So early technical difficulties, again I apologize, and back in the server now, but just need to get set up real quick. I'm gonna just play it safe also while I'm here and just look through options real quick. Believe we're ready to rock and roll again. So take it as a full screen commercial, if you will. I've never probably done one, but it is what it is. We did miss a spin, I believe. That was Garcia, who's up the road now, but also I believe we're under caution. So I guess that's helped us out. I don't think I ever spotted. I mean, I don't think I can look back. Unfortunately, it looked like, at least with the 5 damage, yeah, this is the furthest I can look back on, unfortunately, so. Yeah, so they already wrecked it, so I do apologize for missing that. But everyone's gonna come down to pit lane this lap. This is lap number 8 of 50. The lap counter broke, which is not pleasant. So early caution here at Michigan, and everyone's going to flock down the pit lane. Should be an easy 4-tire call here. Nothing really to gamble for. Still got plenty of time. Still due for a green flag pit stop, assuming this goes green. It's going to be Trainor who wins off the pit lane. Then it's Dragons P2 and Gregory 3rd. And narrowly edging out Lanny Pavlon there. So Trainor opting for a 2-tire call to double check, but I mentioned how I just mentioned how it's too early to gamble. I don't think Laura believes that. You know, she wants to keep the lead here. So finally, Shunome and Garcia, likely the 2 cars involved in the accident, find their way to the pit lane. I believe it is a 46 stays out here to inherit the lead. Salas walked against Glenn last time, although he did end up pitting the next time around, but I feel like this time he is committing to this no tire call, opting for track position. So he's honestly in the worst position. It's just, yeah, you can stay out, but ultimately you're going to get swamped, and that's just the price the 46 of Ace Racer will have to pay, unfortunately. Not trying to down him, but just speaking from experience. At best he hopes for is a quick yellow to get him on the same page as everyone else. About to complete 10 laps here. I believe we're going green here. Don't see a command. Nope, we're not. We're going to go around another lap. Ensure everyone catches up here. Garcia and Shunome still yet to catch the queue here. This is lap 11 of 50 laps. Again, the lap counter broke because my game crashed, which is unfortunate. So it's Ace Racer number 46 who opts for no tires. How do you end up in the air? I saw that blink of the eye. How? Oh, you get tapped from behind. Who was it? Just multiple people tapping people around. Oh, it was Landy Pavlon. Number 68 just gunned it to, I believe it was a high of 79. And the pace speed is 55. What are you doing, but what are you doing? So, rightfully so, he's going to go to the rear. He might as well give me a chance to fix the onboard. Is it really that hard to maintain pace speed? I hope not. But they somehow proved me wrong. It is very difficult. So I believe we are now set to go green here. Now that everyone's caught up and everyone is where they should be. It's going to be the 46 on very old tires. Hasn't changed them since the drop of the green flag. Then Laura Traynor opting for 2 tires on this stop. Third on back. Opting for 4 fresh tires as we are underway. The 46 does not get going at all. The 18 has nowhere to go. That allows Dragons to immediately take advantage of this. Right along that top side through turn 1. Oh, nearly 4 wide here. The 46 just trying to hold his line. Meanwhile, people were trying to pass them. I did see Garcia and Matt as well with a little bit of contact. And just like I predicted, the 46 is just swamped immediately. So Trainer with a net gain of 0. And Dragons, net gain of 2. He is back to the race lead. And 12 of Blaine Gregory trying to also overtake here. He is going to get second place away. He's also on those 4 tires. Someone spun back there. And that was Salvador Martinez down the back straightaway. It was only a single car accident. It's going to be lap 14 as coming up on out of 50. Dragons, your race leader. It's like the top 3 have not changed since the drop of the green flag. Dragons, your pole sitter with Gregory alongside. And Traynor in the top 3. Look further back here, Shinome with a new livery this week, the Jaffers car. Similar to what you would find in the OG Cup mod. And trying to chase down Matt as well. So these two, I'm not going to say the positions, but they're starting to lose the top 5 here. And with the slipstream down the D-shaped tri-oval, is Gregory looking inside of Dragons. And both of them looking for what I believe to be their first wins in the Budweiser Cup Series, these two. The Traynor, the veteran, a third, as won Darlington earlier this season. Joseph Laney Pablon, also a race winner back and in California, Alta Club Speedway. And Jamie McKinney, rookie, looking for his first as well. And those are your top 5. These two, Garcia's also starting to slip back. Ace Racer with poor tire strategy in 9th, and Salvador Martinez 10th. These are the only 10 cars in the race. And right now it's working out favorably for Traynor in terms of points. With Garcia back in 8th, she's been confidently within the top 3. I question the 2-tire calls. So far, it's working for her. Like, she only lost 1 position since the restart, but how long can she last up here against everyone else who's on 4 tires? We're currently sitting 3rd. Laney Pablon in 4th. I'd like to make a pass on her, but couldn't do so through turns 3 and 4. And everyone's just running this top side here. It's just the preferred line here. This Michigan will be used at the OSCC season finale. Not this upcoming Saturday, but the one after. And that being a scheduled off week. So I'm pretty sure Gregory is one of those drivers who is competing in OSCC, Dragons possibly as well. So these two running up front here, it gives them good amount of feedback, and this is a new combo OSCC is trying, so better to get that feedback underneath you in a smaller league to have some kind of advantage come next Saturday when OSCC actually races. McKinney I saw in the background of while I was looking over the top too. He was blinking down the front stretch a lap ago, and now still in reach of the jab, but he's starting to slip back. And with him slipping back, this can allow Matis Wells and Shunome to potentially catch back up to the lead group here. And yes, they are. They are within slipstream. Well, Wells is. Shunome has been falling back up that 5 car, so to be determined if the 51 will be able to join this lead group. As we're completing 20 laps out of 50 here at Michigan International Speedway. William Gregory, your race leader over Dragons. Laura Traynor in 3rd. Joseph Lanny Pavla in P4. Gene McKinney in 5th. Mantis Bells P6. Jukushu Nome P7. Hector Garcia P8. Ace Racer in 9th. And that is Salvador Martinez pitting early in 10th because of the spin he had at the restart. I guess that's the pit strategy. Actually, we went green lap 12. Yes, lap 12, because we were slated to go green 11, but not everyone was caught up. But, so that puts us with 40 laps here. So, roughly, ideally, you split it down the middle, make it 20 laps a pop here. So, we're halfway through this stint. But realistically, if you want to try and undercut, the pit window is actually going to open. A fuel tank can take you 25 laps around here. 24 if you're really pushing it. So in a couple laps time, the fuel window will open, so undercut strategies could be in play here. And then JLP moving over for McKinney for that'll be 4th place here. And it's now 6-car Gago as Mantis Velos has joined this group. And that 199 of Salvador Martinez speeding into pit lane. He'll have to serve that. It is 55 miles per hour here. McKinney looking inside of Traynor. The 18 gets a better run off of turn 2 here. And she'll get clear in 3, but not in time. Little close there. But thinking he'll spin around, but they somehow avoided contact. And they'll remain side by side here. It is in the favor of the 33. Down the front straight right here, but it's still the number 18 machine. New livery also. For Traynor, who defends 3rd place. Oh, and she smacks the wall here. That's the disadvantage of taking 2 tires on what was 15 laps ago now, during the only caution period so far. So McKinney moves up to 3rd. He's actually going to go for a 2-for-1 pick here, as Dragon's really slow in the middle of 3 and 4. He takes over 2nd place. But as we breach halfway, lap 26 out of the 50 laps in the Budweiser Cup Series event at Michigan, it is William Gregory, race leader, if I can speak. Gene McKinney, you just saw him move up to 2nd. Dragons remains in the 3rd. Laura Traynor P4. Joseph Lanny Pavlon in P5. Mantis Bells in 6th. Shionome versus Stragglers in 7th. Big straggler is Garcia and Ace Racer opting to not pit at the only caution so far back in lap 10 and 9, and Salvador Martinez, the only pitter so far under green flag conditions. He is 3 laps down because of the subsequent black flag. So like I mentioned, the pit fuel window is open, and ideally you want to split it down 20. The latest I could see anyone go is 35 laps, so I personally don't suggest going that far because it may not be a plate race by any means, but it's still very much a draft reliant track. If you don't have any partners on you upon exiting, you're going to lose a lot of time. So it's just a matter of which one of these 6 are the first to bite. The top 2 have broken off, Gregory and McKinney, so they're gonna likely burn up their tires as an attempt to get as much distance from the other competitors upon entering the pit lane. And McKinney, number 33, has been on a charge. And he's warping again, as I mentioned him. Sets 1/10 of a lap faster. He is inside of Gregory, what could be in exchange for the race lead, lap 29. And he is not clear. He washes up from the bottom line. He is warping. But the 12 were able to see the light of day, continuing to lead. Back here, Trainor wants 3rd place back, looking inside of Dragons. Matis Bells has overtaken GLP for 5th, and he wants to send it down 3 wide, not close enough. So who does he push? He error pushes the 18 along on the inside line, but he's going to back off to set himself up. And Dragons, number 78, way up the hill. Trainor with an even worse apex through the middle 1-2. There's a 3-wide move I was waiting on from Matis Wells. JLP is looking to follow. And 2-for-1 pick. Wells is clear. It slides up in front. Trainor JLP, while he did regain a time he lost, he's still stuck in 6th place. 20 laps to go from Michigan. Dragons on the inside for 3rd. And trying to take the position back. The 5 is able to get a better apex. Unfortunately, had a greedy exit. He smacks the outside ball. Trainor saw the 3-wide move the 5 did. She wants to replicate it. And she's going to get ahead of Dragon. She's going to wash up. Reminder, she's on the 2-tire call. So she hasn't pitted for left sides at all this race. As in the background, GLP will be the first to bite. And we did, in fact, miss the exchange for the lead here. Well, I was looking at the battle for 3rd. But yeah, looked like McKinney got enough momentum out of 4 and made the pass. This is 3 laps ago now. And he is checking out from Gregory. Trainor is going to pit this lap. Oh, really testing the limits here. It is 55 miles per hour here. And the commit line starts at the yellow line with the cone. So now we have 2 gaggles here of separate duos. We got the battle for 3rd still with Dragons and Matis Wells. And even before all that, it was the top 2 of McKinney and Dragons, or Gregory rather, kind of just flowing around in their own realm. But these 2 are going to pit. The 12 has an issue entering. That's going to cost him. And he got on the paint. I feel like there's a different grip line through there. And that really upset the car on entry, so already going to lose a good chunk of time. Dragons also pits with these two, so that leaves the number 5 still out on track, number 51 also. And Garcia also joins them, although not going to be able to lead with them. McKinney out of the pit lane first out of these three. Gregory got held up by the 78 on exit, so the 78 was able to take second out of this. Here's Lanny Pavlov. He's getting by for second. And nowhere close to McKinney. The 33 is getting up to speed now. And Traynor just not too far behind the number 68. She'll get third place out of this. And that's also problem 78 gone from bad to worse, spins out here. Oh, it looked like he got help from Gregory here. Try and get quick on board. Get you back live as soon as we can, and felt like it's just a little twitch. Dragons is a really close call. Whether it be contact versus not, but Dragons, your pole sitter, unfortunately taken out of the mix here in the late stages. But it is Gene McKinney who sits third currently on the timing, but Shunome finally pits. And I believe the 5 has done so as well. So we'll get you through the updated running order when we come back around. There's Shunome. He's going to be lapped by these guys, so not on the lead a lap here. So quite a ways out. Not in the biggest favor with McKinney, which I'll get to in a second, but he cycles out as your race leader with a very well executed pit stop. Then is Lanny Pavlon second, with Traynor third, and Shunome's lap car. These three, I believe, can gain on the 33, so don't count these two out of the fight just yet. Pavlon and Traynor, that is. But if a caution were to come out, this helps Shunome, who is lucky dog position. Yes, it is. Then there's Gregory P4, and Mantis Bells P5. Ace Racers lapped in 9th, Dragons P6, lead lap. Salvador Martinez 10th, laps down, and Garcia found car on the lead lap. Lap 38 currently out of 50. 37-3 versus a 37-1, so there is indeed gain amongst these two, although there likely is going to be an exchange here for second. And it's a swift pass, so it might be better for Traynor to be the leader of these two, given how early GLP pitted. So we'll see how that transpires here. The 18 still gained McKinney. GLP, meanwhile, with that overtake not going in his favor, neutralized that lap. But he's still in reach of Traynor, who will play his contributions to the 3-car Gango, a cavalry to dethrone McKinney from the top spot here. Four, 2, 5. So Traynor is the only car to gain. And there's also Shunome, who's gonna have to pass GLP if he were to help the 18 get to the race leader. Again, the 51 is lapped, so even with the overtake, it's not going to help him in any way. He's going to remain 8th place in lucky dog position, but he can still play his part on deciding the race winner as we hit 10 to go. McKinney warping with the race lead. Traynor again with a gain in the second. GLP third. Gregory fourth. And pretty much everyone else are on their own little ships. Kind of just winding the laps down. As if there's any hope for a yellow, it have to be with this gaggle of three who are chasing McKinney down. But even then, these three are starting to separate themselves. With JLP with the oldest set of tires out of these three. Traynor with the most likelihood to win, and Shionome the most recent pitter but is lapped. All three of them setting .5s, which still is better than McKinney's .6. Little progress being made in the closing stages here. We'll check here. 1.6 is the gap, so there was actually a gain. McKinney closer to 1/10 of a lap faster that last time round. And now the 18's pushing too hard. She smacks the wall. And there goes GLP taking second place away. Potentially he's going to slide up. The 18 is forced to react. And these will slow each other down. So it's going to be Traynor with help from Shionome, who will be able to defend second place. And I forgot that Gnarl is starting, so I'm getting blasted by Cam Jam. Of course unintentionally, but it is what it is. So, unfortunately, Gnarl won't have a broadcast, but it is what it is. Back to Budweiser. It is coming to 6 laps to go for Jamie McKinney, looking for his first win in the Budweiser Cup Series. Traynor P2 and GLP in third, with Shionome the left car in between these two. And yeah, bleh. McKinney has unlocked something, because he is starting to check out. Really just checked out, which, not gonna lie, I am a little sus about, but I can't prove that he is cheating currently, but I'm not going to say he definitely is. So if I have to go, and he is now checking 1/10 faster than second place. And point no return on the horizon, so the only hope that Traynor has at this point is to have this late yellow, force everyone to the pit lane, make some greedy decision that they'll probably regret. And I feel like it has something to do with the way she's been pushing her car. And I talked with Kayla about this at the BBNR D2 broadcast. It's like, it's just very easy to lose sight of your objective. You have the advantage in terms of tire life, so you got 1 or 2 lap better tires compared to the 33. I don't know when the 18 pit compared to McKinney, but we'll just say that. As there's potentially a move for second now with JLP, but the point is that she's going to get greedy. She has the advantage and she would want to take advantage of it, but as she pushes her car, it's going to ultimately sway back the other way, where McKinney, despite having to pit earlier, or just choosing to pit earlier, has the advantage back into his hands because he preserved his tires. He hasn't challenged anyone. He's only been driving the racetrack. As he hits 2 to go, this could very well be the very reason why he'll get his first win tonight. And with that offset with Trainor pushing your tires, using them up, now this ultimately helps GLP, who pitted quite a few laps beforehand. Now they're essentially on an even playing field in terms of tire life. GLP looking inside and still not being able to get by Trainor as McKinney takes a white flag here. And yep, confirmation from the 68 tires are shot. And Trainor with no hope of getting up there unless something bizarre were to happen. McKinney has really impressed me with his performance at Watkins Glen despite his bad luck. But he turns it around in Detroit, coming off of turn 4. In his second start, it is Jamie McKinney who wins in the Budweiser Cup Series. Trainor to finish second, JLP in third. And your podium finishers. Yeah, really impressive resume he's currently building up in this small league, but you have to start somewhere, right? And hopefully this will be the trampoline that ignites McKinney to better opportunities, bigger leagues, better competition. It's celebratory sportsmanship for any other competitors as McKinney bursting down in front of Detroit. It's just really impressive. Just didn't really do anything egregious. He just did what he had to do. Executed his green flag pit stop perfectly. Got the advantage, and ultimately he played his cards right. Make them push their tires instead of him. Even though he had no one in terms of draft assistance, McKinney gets it done. Good to wrap up here as take a look at the unofficial race result. It is Jimmy McKinney gained career run number 1 in the Budweiser Cup Division. It is Trainor P2. That is the wrong card. I don't know why it does this. Okay, there you go. I have to update it. But Trainor P2. It is Joseph Landy Pavlon in his return in 3rd. Gregory P4. Mantis Bells in 5th. Garcia P6. This is a slump that I've been worrying about with Garcia. Now the turns have tabled in terms of what's possible for the championship. Dragons in P7, Jukushu Nome P8, Ace Racer P9, and Salvador Martinez completing the top 10 and the only 10 cars to finish this or compete in this race.
In practice.
I'm gonna quickly mute Cam Jam before he ruins the stream. Nothing against him. But he's got our own to do, and from what I've been hearing, the drivers over there aren't taking practice seriously. It's Daytona, I get it, but there are drivers who would really want a clear track, void of just don't want any wrecking race cars. That's the point I'm trying to make here, but finally, despite that, we are ready for interviews. We shall start with our race winner.
User was moved to your channel.
McKinney, do you got me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Let me turn you up real quick. Try again. Hello. Yeah,
Hello.
I got you now. So, what a race you've been having here, and especially given that you're a rookie here. You really impressed me at Watkins Glen. It sucks for the bad luck that you experienced there, but then you turned it around here at Michigan. Talk us through your race.
It was I gotta say it was really fun. I gotta thank everyone for racing me clean, especially William Gregory. We had a really fun battle, and I couldn't thank him enough for racing me clean for lead. Like same with everyone else. I mean, everyone was like really clean in this race, and I really enjoyed it. This NR2003 league racing is really new to me since I've transferred over from iRacing, so this is just something new for me to learn.
Well, it seems like you've already picked up a really good resume, at least in the smaller leagues. So my real question is, can you establish yourself in some of the bigger leagues in the future and prove that you're more than just a mid-pack driver?
Oh, I would love to prove that. Since this is only my second race in NR2003 multiplayer racing, but I would like to do some more.
Well, there could be a few people that could sketch you out on that, but yeah, congratulations on your first win in our competition tonight at Michigan. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
User was moved out of your channel.
Quick water break before our final interviewee. Okay,
User was moved to your channel.
Loa Trainor, do you got me?
I sorry about that. Sure do. How you doing, Victor?
Doing fine. Well, you seem to be in a pretty good mood. I feel bad for you for the recent slump you've experienced here, but then you just came back to life with the runner-up finish, and Garcia kind of just having a rough day here at Michigan.
Yeah, well, I've been just a little down lately, and just a lot of the tracks aren't really my specialty, especially road courses. That was very embarrassing, but it's all right. It's in the past now. I've uh got more motivated recently. I'm more ready to compete now. Hopefully, we can continue to gain on Hector, but before Homestead, and we can have a good championship race there. But yeah, no, we really needed this second place today. Led a lap, so at least we got the point for that. I do not know if I got most laps led. I'll check that later. I doubt it, but overall, it was a really fun race. Taking two tires there was very risky on my part, but I feel it worked out pretty well. So I'm in a pretty good mood right now. Hopefully, we can continue to gain on Hector and have a good championship fight this year.
It looked like during the final stints there, you were temporarily gaining on the 33, but then you kind of just fell back. Was it just being too greedy with the advantage you had in terms of tire life, or what was the deal?
Yeah, it was mostly just me being too greedy. I spent a lot trying to catch up to the 68, and then after that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just keep trying and trying and trying to get up to the 33. But eventually, I pushed too hard, got in the wall. Then I was like, okay, better to just try to hold on to second as much as I can there. It was really hard trying to hold off the 51 and the 68, but luckily we were able to, keep second place there, which is really what mattered.
Well, hopefully this train of momentum continues into your favor to make this championship fight really interesting. Congratulations on your runner-up finish tonight. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Have a great night.
User was moved out of your channel.
And that should conclude interviews. Yes, everyone left, so rightfully so. Because in a few short minutes, it is Carl having their season opener from Daytona. Unfortunately, it will not be broadcasted. That was just a late decision from Zach's part. Just something came up last second. Really sucks, but hopefully they can still have a good race nonetheless. Essex later tonight as their season finale from Iowa Speedway. It looks to be Jack Merkel's championship to lose. You'll find that out starting at midnight. Tomorrow, 150 has their Firecracker 250, the second annual running at using Aero 88 at a 1990s Daytona International Speedway. Still no confirmed time, unfortunately, but hopefully I could erase that. Just depends on what happens tomorrow night. There is no other league, but just something personal that might come up. Then Sunday, DSRA heads to Talladega with Viola's engine failure. In Germany, Talazis moves up to second place and looks she's down to number 27. And this is a big wild card, so Talladega might deliver. Maybe. I don't know. If he doesn't win there, you could yell at him. As for Budweiser, the track is still yet to be determined. It was originally scheduled to be at Martinsville, but that has since been changed. I don't know where they're going next week, so that's just something you'll have to find out upon me setting up the waiting room and all that. But hopefully, whatever track they come up with should give us a really good race. So that'll be all for tonight's broadcast. I thank you viewers for joining me. So there is one more stream before Budweiser, which will be Tuesday's BPNR D1 finale from the Phoenix Raceway. Phoenix International used to be the name, but not anymore. But still, 3 cars over there fight for the championship on Tuesday. You'll get to see that here. So until Tuesday, I shall see you next time.